Hello, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, and even love because, or love, Venus, because this is your love reading. I'm Katie, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here, and let's just get started. All right, so I'm going to start out this reading by finding an animal spirit card that represents both you and the person that you're in this relationship with, okay? And remember, it is love and relationships, so it may be platonic. Who knows? Oh my gosh. This is kind of cute and fun. Okay. Okay, so you both are deer. So you are stag and your other person is deer, okay? So I feel like you are, I don't know if you're older in the relationship, but you're the more mature one in the relationship, and you definitely take a lead on a lot of the decision making, whether you live together. Like, I feel like you're the one that pays the bills and, you know, does all the responsible stuff. And I feel like who you're with, this sweet little deer spirit, is a little more, they're not immature necessarily, but they just, because you take the lead on things, they just kind of sit back and like, okay, I'm going to let them handle it. They definitely view you as a leader, which is amazing. They're definitely softer. They have like a softer, sweet kind of spirit where you're more like authoritative. Okay. Let's see what else. What other messages come out for Aquarius in the month of July? Sorry, I want to move those up. I don't want to get them stuck with the second row here. Oh, goodness, I almost put your cards back. I'm losing it today. Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to start this off with the breathing rose. Heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. I feel like something has happened. There's been some sort of thing where I just got like this big sigh. We were just like, whew, okay. It's done. And now you can kind of sit back and relax a little bit. Like just something, I don't know if it's been a project or it feels more like a burden. Like it's been something that's kind of been stressing the two of you out. I just got like a big hefty car payment, maybe moving houses, but something that you're just like, whew, I'm just glad that's over. For some of you, I feel like maybe you've traveled a ton and now you're done. Or big family reunion, like a big family gathering, a wedding reunion, something like that. But you're both just like, whew, okay, now we need to like rest, reconnect, and like, you know, rejuvenate here. We also have lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this soul call and gather. Just with what I got from that last one, like their wedding and relationship, like I feel like it's definitely not people. Like if you're wanting to gather things, I almost feel like you need to gather resources, gather some sleep for sure. But I do feel like whatever this thing was, it was able to bring you a certain like clarification and appreciation for one another and how you two operate as a couple, and just, yeah, appreciation is coming through like loud and clear here. But I do feel like usually this is like gathering people, but for you guys, I just feel like it's like gathering resources now, gathering the things that you need in order to make this replenishment card happen. Okay. Okay. So we also have the thorn. This comes out when there needs to be clear communication and boundaries. I don't know if this has to do with boundaries with the extended family and like if something happened when you were with whatever that group was. But I feel like there's like an off energy, like something happened that caused you two to kind of have like some sort of argument or like a tiff or not. Like it doesn't feel very heavy, but I think that happened so that, and what this card is telling you is to put up boundaries and have clear communication between the two of you. I feel like deer doesn't really express themselves as much. not that they're fearful of you, but they just don't, like, you're such a leader and such a strong personality that they don't know how to communicate certain things. And so it might behoove you, I hate using that word, but that's the word that came, to maybe have like a really soft touch with deer and maybe be really gentle with them, because I do feel like there's something they're wanting to communicate. It's nothing like, nothing big, but just the way that they're feeling. They want to be able to express it to you. And I feel like it has something to do with whatever that big gathering was that happened. The travel, whatever that was that you guys are just needing the breath from. For a small group of you, it could have been a big argument, and that's the thing that you're needing the break from. Which is why I think this card is coming up again, okay? Because it's all about communicating clearly and having boundaries. Then we have Mother Rose. So when you're able to have the clear communication, that is when you guys are going to find each other again and come back to each other. And your relationship is going to become stronger and more beautiful because of that. It's really hard having clear communication. It's something that you have to learn how to do, but it's super important to do that in a relationship, because that's the only way to really function with somebody else. Like when you're living with someone and you're building a life with them, if you can't communicate from an honest place and feel safe doing so, the relationship's never going to grow. But I feel like that's what's going to happen for you guys. You guys are going to be able to communicate more clearly, and then do you see how like the rose in this is all like in the thorns? After that communication, it's surrounded by water, by dew, and it's growing big, and it has like that freedom to just grow and become stronger. And I feel like that's representative of your guys' relationship after you have that boundary set and the clear communication, right? And then we have Temple of the Rose. Whenever you're able to go through that process and have clear communication, when each person is able to be vulnerable and feel safe being vulnerable with each other, that is when other forms of expression can come. You're gonna have a better sex life. You're gonna be able to have a better home life, even a better work life, because you know that when you come home from work or when you check out of work, that person's going to be there and understands the stress that you have in work because you've communicated about it, right? So this card's very representative of the future after you've kind of strengthened your communication between each other. That's what happens here. And it's so beautiful when you're able to truly express yourself to another person and have them accept you and accept that expression fully. So that's beautiful. It's such a beautiful energy for you guys. And then we have the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. I mean, look at that. Who didn't want to be that couple, right? I do want to say though, okay, so this one, if you can see all of the dew in the circle there that's, around the rose, this one is like magic. Look at all of that energy, right? That's surrounding the rose. Like you two are able to make that because again, you're expressing yourself in such a pure, honest way and allowing the other person to feel safe doing that. So you create such a beautiful flower, which is amazing. Oh, this feels very sweet and tender, but yet strong at the same time. So that's really cool. Let's pull, I just want to do one more card for you, Aquarius, to get the overall reading for July, okay? So what does Aquarius need to know for the month of July? Final overall message for Staggered here. So we have sacred union. Oh, I love this. So you've made your whole flower, right? Now you're like surrounded by them. I feel like when you have gone through this experience with each other and really learned how to communicate and have that safety and security in such a like wholesome, honest way, that is when this is going to happen. You're just going to have this like sacred union with each other where you cherish each other and you cherish the relationship so much that I almost get this sense of like nothing else compares. Nothing compares to you. That is going to be your song. Where everything just feels right with this person now. I feel like this is it's like a big thing for you guys. Like You're going to be shifting, having safety and security with someone, not just physically, like our needs met, but like being safe to be vulnerable. That is just like a whole nother level. And it feels so amazing for you guys. So I'm like super stoked for you. I love that so much. You're just like all on the right track here. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you, Aquarius, for staying till the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. Ring that little bell if you want to know when I've uploaded new videos. And I will see you next time.